What's poppin', what's cracking, what's going on, what's up? I probably shouldn't have said it that fast. I think that cut off. You didn't get the whole intro. Doesn't matter. I wanted to talk about Destiny and Mr. Girl's weird new beef about being abusive and whatnot. First things first, do I think Destiny's actually abusive? I don't fucking know. I don't even know who Anna is or some of these other girls are. Is it relevant that he is? I mean, probably, right? Should it be just immediately dismissed because Mr. Girls had previous beef literally a week or 2 weeks, I don't know, however many weeks ago it was, Destiny? I don't think so. Is it possible that Mr. Girls reading into something that's not really there? Also possible. Also possible. I think Destiny assumes that's all there is to it. And I think I saw a lot of the viewers in Destiny's chat and some of the viewers that in Mr. Girl's chat, some of them DGG people that came over, but others, based on their own admission, are just Mr. Girl fans who also think he's kind of picking at straws, trying to create something from nothing or trying to expose a friend unjustly. I think that's really interesting, more than the people coming over from DGG being like, no, you're the abuser. I think one thing that was really interesting, how like Destiny's, his last video was like, the weird thing is how I was on, I was sticking up for him when nobody else was, when he's literally the rapist. And I think he did actually say, you're literally the rapist. Hopefully that was hyperbolic. I assume it was, because I know he said something about, when girls say stop, I just keep going thing. That's rape. That's not really much. If that's a true story, that's abuse, and likely that's more abuse than anything Mr. Girl would be condemning Destiny for. Like if he says, the girl says no, stop at any point during the interaction, I don't care if you're a half second from coming. If you were a stroke away from nutting, and she says no, I don't want to do this anymore. That if you say no, you still technically that'd be rape, especially if the disagreement's on where you about to come. Same thing for dudes, by the way. If you're a moment from nutting chick, and he says no, stop, get off me, get the fuck off of them. That's also rape. I'm not one of these liberal. No, only she can be anybody can get fucking raped. That's that made it sound like I'm saying anyone's allowed to get. You guys are smarter than that. I'm not gonna explain that. What was I talking about? Jesus Christ. Yeah, so it does. So if that one thing that Destiny said about what Mr. Girls talked about is true, we'll just pause there. Yeah, if that one thing is true, then that's probably worse than anything he's gonna expose Destiny for. It would look weirdly petty for him to close that narrative. However, it does also seem relevant to be like, Destiny, I think you're abusive. You're engaging in relationships that are harmful and taking advantage of these women, as well as putting them on. You're engaging in sexual or romantic relationships with these women, putting them on their stream to be destroyed by your audience with no regard for them, as if to gain some sort of sick pleasure from that. Even if he was doing that, that's not as bad as what Destiny just casually said Mr. Girl did, and he looked past it. In fact, the most concerning thing would be the fact that Destiny looked past the shit that Mr. Girl did. So I just hope that's not true. I like when people aren't essayed. That's I think it's pretty chill when people aren't essayed. Jesus. To the other side, I guess I did kind of, in the explanation, I kind of explained what it seemed like Mr. Girl was suggesting. I know in a video with Mr. Girl and Lab, the way that they talk about misogyny and whatnot, and no, he's already pretty much built a narrative that it's like there's a pro-misogyny thing that Destiny's doing, like a manipulative pro-misogyny thing, where he's intentionally trying to get his audience to attack these women by not protecting these women. In the Destiny's head, he's already doing as much as he can to protect this woman without being a cuck. Like, what else can I say? It's interesting. When I look in the subreddit, which Lab thinks she's the worst hated woman of all time because she's a woman. I know Lab specifically said something about being, they hate me because I'm a woman. You can see, they'll talk about my looks or whatnot. Look, I've never once seen someone talk about Lab's looks in the subreddit, and I'm I mean, the past 2-3 weeks, I've been in there either every day or every other day. I never hear anybody talk about it. They just talk about her flip-flopping, not taking accountability, or making conversations about her. Because that's what Destiny and Abba say. When MrGirl says they listen to what you say, I think that's true. And because the only thing Destiny says is you flip-flop, you don't take accountability, you make topics about you when they weren't supposed to, and you make excuses every time you make a mistake, that's what everybody's saying in the subreddit. There's going to be posts on this, obviously. You know what? Lab might be spending more time looking than I am. I'm working a lot, or I'm fucking around doing some other shit. I'm looking at porn. I have too much porn to look at to be wasting time trying to find Lab stuff. So I'm going to say, mate, I just haven't found the stuff. If you're in the comments and you've seen a lot of straight up misogynistic bullshit when it comes to Lab instead of just talking about her extra stuff, let me know, because fuck y'all. if you're really just mad at Lab for being a woman, fuck you, you piece of shit. Damn. I do think that's going to be more likely than anyone being mad at like MrGirl for being a guy, which I think is quite hypocritical based on that name. However, as hypocritical as it is to be named MrGirl, while in fact being a guy, it's a little odd that, you know, Destiny's a girl's name, yet Destiny claims to be a man. Interesting. However, I think that's pretty much all that I care to say or talk about. If you've got more context on why MrGirl or Destiny is correct, or perhaps how Lab is correct, I'm just kidding, no one's going to be here that's going to support anything Lab said. If you actually, fuck all the other shit. If you can find a true thing that you believe that Lab said, post that in there. It's not funny. It's not funny. All right. If you like what you saw, leave a like, do a subscribe, do a crime. Just kidding, don't do a crime. I'm out.